Thanks a lot for staying with us here at CNN News 18. You're watching Nation at 5 with me, Ridhima Bhatnagar. We're coming to you live from the newsrooms of CNN News 18. There was a lot of political activity this Tuesday as far as the run-up to 2024 general elections are concerned. On one hand, you had the opposition, almost 26 opposition parties meet in Bengaluru. Remember, this was their second big crucial meeting as far as opposition unity is concerned. And on the other hand, in just a short while from now, you'll have the big NDA meet that is all set to begin, which will have the Prime Minister in attendance as well. And the Prime Minister, in fact, has tweeted just before that meeting is expected to begin here in the national capital. And this is what the Prime Minister has said. It's a matter of immense joy that our valued NDA partners from across the country will be attending the meeting in the national capital today. Ours is a time-tested alliance which seeks to further national progress and fulfill regional aspirations. So that's the tweet that's come in from the Prime Minister just before the NDA meet that is expected to begin here in the national capital. It's got about 38 parties in attendance. Our colleague Payal Mehta also now joining us on the broadcast. So Payal, the opposition is saying the BJP is rattled today, and that's why you have this alliance meeting that is taking place in the national capital. Before we talk about the agenda as far as this NDA meet is concerned, help us understand how many parties in attendance and what is the agenda of this meeting.
Well, as far as Mr. JP Nadda is concerned, he made that announcement yesterday. 38 parties had confirmed their participation in meeting, and the number has only gone up from there on. Because you saw, you saw Chirag Parsan going and meeting JP Nadda later on as well. And of course, there are many more people who are going to be joining in the coming days and weeks. That's the response as far as the BJP is concerned. Now, the bugle for this particular meeting has already been blown by the Prime Minister himself. He says that it is important that all these parties from across the country, even from the far off of the northeast to the southern part of India, they have come for this alliance as well. They've come for this meeting now. There are a couple of very important things that are going to happen over here. Our sources have told us, Ridhima, that in the meeting there will be garlanding of the Prime Minister for leading the NDA to stupendous victory over the last two elections as well. And you can see in your frame that Jitendra Manji, Eknath Shinde there in your frame, nephew Rio, the senior most Chief Minister in the northeastern state of Nagaland. All of these leaders are out here. They've been called out over here. You can see Mr. EPS also over here, Ridhima. These are the leaders here. They're lining up because in a few minutes from now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be coming here. He will in fact be welcomed by these leaders as well. Nephew Rio has been a multiple-time Chief Minister. He's the Chief Minister of Nagaland. EPS is the former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Mr. Eknath Shinde there, also standing there. Jitendra Manji, the latest addition to the NDA fold as well. So they are standing here. So all these leaders will be felicitating the Prime Minister here. And they will also be garlanding the Prime Minister for his stupendous election results that I've seen in 2014 and 2019. And also a resolution will be passed on two things. One, the work that has been done by the Narendra Modi-led NDA government in the centre. And then 25 years of the NDA alliance, right from the Atal Bihari Vajpayee times to now onwards as well. So it's just a matter of time. This is the location that we are showing you. My video journalist Ravinder is going to show you the visuals. This is the area from which the Prime Minister will be in fact coming in just a short while from now. The entire area has been sanitized. People have been moved aside as well. There Anil Baluni, who is the media convener for the BJP, conversing with Eknath Shinde, talking about how the meeting is going to really go on. Of course, the discussion will be on the 2024 elections, even so more after what the UPA and the opposition has now done and Team India has done to put it across accurately. So what is the NDA's plan? How do they want to go strength to strength? And more than anything else, the Prime Minister says that it's not a short-term vision for them. Remember, on multiple occasions, Ridhima, the Prime Minister said that this is the party that does not think about one election or two elections. They are probably looking at how to go forward in this alliance till 2047 when India reaches its 100 years of independence. So we're keeping our focus on these visuals as well. From the east, from the northeast to the south, to the west, to the north, you see these leaders, of course, Eknath Shinde.
The Prime Minister also arrives for this very crucial meeting. Payal, we'll just request you to stay on with us. Our colleague Arun Dhanta also now joining us on the broadcast. Arun, even as we stay these visuals and as Payal is pointing out, it's a matter of time before the Prime Minister arrives, and that's going to be big as far as his presence for this meeting is concerned. But the opposition has been training its guns at the NDA the entire day, saying that they're just concerned in numbers because they're rattled because of the opposition unity. Many even questioning who actually are these parties, are they even registered? What is the line of logic and rationale that is being given by the NDA as far as the timing of this meeting is concerned?
Well, Ridhima, one thing is very clear, that it is going to be a show of might for Bharatiya Janata Party, because there are various points on which they are facing criticism. There are things which is being talked about BJP, that they are not keeping their alliance partners with them. They are not really there for the long haul. And the messaging through this, that you have 38 alliance partners coming and participating in this NDA meet, is that look how we are keeping all our allies with us and how we treat them. This is going to the first message. And secondly, Ridhima, Prime Minister Modi has already set the tone for this NDA's meeting when he says that the NDA alliance is a time-tested formula. It is very clear that Prime Minister Modi is taking a pot shot at the opposition meeting where 26 opposition parties have come together. And in fact, the messaging is very clear from the BJP side that these parties are those opportunistic parties who are coming together for the sake of power. There is no other ambition which they have. There is no other emotional bond which they have with each other like we have in NDA. That's the messaging which Prime Minister Modi is sending out before he arrives here in the Ashoka Hotel for the meeting, by this tweet where he's saying that it's a time-tested alliance of NDA. And of course, it is going to be very, very crucial and important meeting, because this kind of meeting, Ridhima, is taking place after a very, very long time. We had seen various NDA meetings before the parliament session. That is different. But this kind of meeting, perhaps, I don't remember, it may happen 5 years back in 2019. But therefore, it is going to be very, very important as to what message Prime Minister Modi is going to give. And this is actually the gate from where all the NDA partners and all the top leaders of Bharatiya Janata Party are going inside. We have seen Amit Shah going inside, JP Nadda, Rajnath Singh, all of them have gone inside.
So you already have the Home Minister Amit Shah who's there. You have the BJP National President JP Nadda who's there, and as our colleagues are reporting, matter of time before the Prime Minister arrives for this crucial meeting as well. Arun, I'll just request you to stay on with us. Going back to our colleague Payal, while the Prime Minister earlier in the day made a scathing attack against the opposition before the opposition meet, saying that this was just an alliance as far as the corrupt is concerned, the opposition is hit out at the NDA and saying this is a disaster alliance. They've also hit out as far as the narrative of misuse of agencies is concerned. Raghav Chadha of the Aam Aadmi Party tweeted saying that all these alliance partners have been brought together by the ED, because the criticism against the NDA and the BJP is that any leader who jumps ships to the BJP or joins hands with them, cases against them are dropped. How is the BJP and the NDA responding to criticism that is being made by the opposition?
Well, Ridhima, to bring you the visuals first, there you see on your screen BJP's National President Mr. JP Nadda there, joining Eknath Shinde, joining Nephew Rio, joining EPS, and of course joining Jitenam Manji as well. It's very interesting to see the selection of the leaders who've been brought in as here. The opposition parties have been criticizing and saying that BJP is just a factional party. They do not have national presence as well. But there you go. You can basically see that JP Nadda there smiling, and obviously because he's been able to get 38 parties to come for this particular meeting as well. It's a very important selection. Northeast, Nephew Rio, one of the oldest chief ministers in the region. EPS, the former chief minister of Tamil Nadu and a long-term ally of the BJP, right from the time that they have been, venturing out in Tamil Nadu. The latest addition, amongst the Maharashtra fold, of course, Eknath Shinde also standing there to welcome the Prime Minister Jitenam Manji. Quit the opposition rank just before the first meeting of the opposition parties, and of course the BJP's National President Mr. JP Nadda as well. So this is a messaging that the BJP is really doing, and it's very important to see the kind of messaging that is being done, saying that here we have leaders who are chief ministers. There are two chief ministers over there, two former chief ministers, one former chief minister over there in EPS as well. A very, very tall leader in the Bihar fold, Mr. Jitenam Manji standing over there, and of course the BJP National President over there as well, to tell you that yes, the opposition can say whatever they want, but we have acceptance all over India as well, and we have acceptance in the areas where the BJP probably has made a dent to the opposition parties for a very, very long time. The North is a strong example of that. There has been no opposition to Nephew Rio's government for 2 times now, and Nephew Rio's government is absolutely opposition-less as well. So that's a very critical message that is being sent over there. There you see, we'll keep our visuals to that note as well, to just see, because it's going to be just a matter of time since Mr. JP Nadda has arrived. Anytime now, Ridhima, we'll keep our visuals to that plate over there, and we'll be able to see Prime Minister Narendra Modi arriving on that particular plate.